So, welcome to the new session of our quantum chemistry, where we are learning or where we will learn about why to study quantum chemistry. Why to study quantum chemistry? So, whatever this quantum chemistry is there, whatever this quantum chemistry is there, this quantum chemistry is telling us information regarding simply simply about the micro scale of matter, about the micro scale of matter. But what type of things we want to learn, we know now. Up till up till today, means up till the two classes, we are very well known with what is mean by, introduction of quantum chemistry. Then we learn, then we are learning philosophy of quantum mechanics, where this is the second class of philosophy of quantum mechanics, where we have simply in mechanics, we are learning why to study the quantum chemistry. Why to study? Here we will find out answer of why. Okay, so whatever this why is there, that we will learn whenever we are learning any matter. Whenever you are learning any matter, and that matter is, and when that matter is simply ranging from its macro level, it's a macro to micro, macro to micro, when that matter is ranging from ranging from macro to micro level, म्हणजेच जेव्हा केव्हाही, मतलब जब कभी भी हमारा ये जो कुछ भी मैटर होता है, तो ये मैटर जब कभी भी माइक्रो लेवल से सॉरी मैक्रो लेवल से माइक्रो लेवल तक जब जाता है, तब उसमें जो कुछ भी चेंजेस होते हैं, तब उसमें बहुत सारे चेंजेस होते हैं। तब उसमें क्या होते हैं माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स? बहुत सारे चेंजेस होते हैं। देयर वी ऑब्जर्व many changes in that matter. Now you may ask me, ma'am, are you serious? There are changes if when they are ranging from macro level to the micro level, when they are ranging from micro to the sorry sorry when this matter is ranging from micro to the macro to the micro level, at that time there is a huge change happening. And what is that change? That I'll tell you by using simply one to two examples. So very first one example I'll write here, and that is nothing but simply silica. It is related with the silica. Now can you guys tell me whatever the silica is there, whatever the silica is, sorry, ओके ओके सिलिका, हाँ ठीक आहे, सध्या सिलिकाच म्हणू आपण त्याला. सो वॉट एव्हर दिस सिलिका इज दिया, दिस इज सिलिका is having this silica is having Si. This silica is having Si. And now whenever you are having this microscopic silica, or you can say microscopic silica, when you have at that time, neat paha, when you have macroscopic, wait a minute, when you have silica, next example is, and the next example I'll note it down here, platinum. प्लॅटिनम म्हटलं की खुश होऊन जाऊ नका, मी काय खरा खरा प्लॅटिनम देत नाहीये तुम्हाला. सेकंड वन इज platinum. And whatever these two things or two examples are there, which are I'm using to explain you why to study this quantum chemistry. Why to? Because whenever your matter is there and which is ranging from macro level to the micro level, there are drastic changes. There are the drastic changes where we are considering silica, macroscopic silica. What type of silica? When it is of about type macro, of about type macro. And when it is of about type micro, when it is of about type micro, at that time whatever these two materials are there, these are behaving, macroscopic silica is behaved, this is behaved like, this is behaved like insulator. And when you're going for microscopic scale of silicon, or you can say silica, and those are the good conductors of electricity or heat, you can say. And it's a best example is which is in your hand, and which is in your hand, or which is right in front of you, where you are learning on that, and that is nothing but the mobile phones, in which you are using silicon chips, in which you are using silicon chips. Means what? What, or you can say these is silicon chips which sorry, which are used in a transistor, which are used in a ट्रांजिस्टर. मीन्स व्हाट? जब कभी भी आपका मैटर होता है, जब कभी भी आपका मैटर होता है, मैक्रोस्कोपिक को वो बिहेव करता है एज ए इंसुलेटर। और जब वही मैटर माइक्रोस्कोपिक लेवल, जब वही मैटर माइक्रोस्कोपिक लेवल पर जाता है, तो वही मैटर बिहेव करता है एज अ कंडक्टर। इट मीन्स दैट सिंपली with this explanation you are, I think you are pretty clear with the thing why to learn a quantum chemistry, as you guys have learned nanochemistry, or I mean to say nanotechnology, where जो कुछ भी मटेरियल्स, अच्छे अच्छे मटेरियल्स जो प्रॉपर्टी मैक्रोस्कोपिक पर कुछ बिहेवियरल स्टडी बताते नहीं थे, बट दोज आर एक्सप्लेनिंग वेरी नाइसली, वेरी स्मूथली on the basis or on the type that is nothing but simply microscopic level, or in that is in nanometers, nanotechnology मध्ये. But here we are learning in a quantum chemistry again, which is in a microscopic level. Now again, see, both of these examples are explaining us, both of these examples are explaining us its microscopic nature, as well as it's a microscopic, as well as it's a microscopic nature. And also the platinum's microscopic nature as well as macroscopic nature. Means if you are using now here a platinum, if you are having a platinum is at the macros level, then also it is also behaved like insulator. But if you are taking it in a micro level, means what? Micro means कम amount में, कैसे बेटा? कम अमाउंट में। तो वो कैसे बिहेव करती है? एज अ कंडक्टर नहीं बोलूंगी मैं, प्लैटिनम के एग्जाम्पल में मैं उसको बोलूंगी एज अ कंडक्टर बिहेव करता है वो। से बिहेव करता है बेटा? कंडक्टर। सॉरी, कंडक्टर नहीं, टंग स्लिप हो गई, आई एम एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी। it is behaving like a catalyst, it is behaving like a catalyst। and अब आप लोग बोलोगे yes ma'am, we have learned rani nickel with platinum, और प्लैटिनम का प्लैटिनम मेटल लेते थे और हम, सॉरी रानी निकल नहीं, प्लैटिनम हम लेते थे और वहां पर हम हाइड्रोजनेशन करते थे कि नहीं? सरफेस केमिस्ट्री में भी पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने। मतलब हाइड्रोजनेशन के लिए हम एज अ कैटलिस्ट किसका यूज करते हैं? प्लैटिनम का। मतलब यही प्लैटिनम जब मैक्रोस्कोपिक पे होता है तब वो इंसुलेटर जैसा काम करता है, बट अगर माइक्रोस्कोपिक पे आप लेते हो वो, तो वो कैसे बिहेव करता है? सिंपली एंड सिंपली कैसे? एज अ कैटलिस्ट। मतलब उसके प्रॉपर्टीज आर changing। means here in this class or here in this slide, what we learn here, simply we learn here about quantum chemistry. Why to learn quantum chemistry? Please tell me by typing yes or no. that you are clear or not, because हाउ टू स्टडी के लिए बहुत सारा डिस्कस करना है. क्लियर टू एवरीवन? Okay, how to learn now, how to learn or how to study quantum chemistry. अब इसको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए मैं व्हाइट बोर्ड की हेल्प लेती हूँ, रुको थोड़ा सा. हाउ टू स्टडी काय, हाउ टू स्टडी काय शॉर्टकट मध्ये लिहिते क्वांटम केमिस्ट्री. How to study. So, as I told you just now, simply जो कुछ भी मैटर होता है तो that matter, if it is in microscopic level or macroscopic level, if it is in microscopic level, then its properties can be changed, its properties can be different. But if it is in macro level, then also its properties will be different and it can be explained by the formulas. I mean to say, for classical mechanics, you can have the formulas. For classical mechanics, you have different formulas to explain you to explain you simply to explain you simply. You have different formulas, but where here to learn the quantum chemistry, you do not have any formula. You have here you have here observable value. You have here observable value. For what you have the observable values? You have the observable value. You have the observable value. For simply, you have these observable values for simply the determination, for simply the determination of for simply the determination of a for simply the determination of a operator, for determination of a operator. I mean to operator. Operator. Now you may ask me, ma'am, what are you writing? What do you mean by these all things? We are not getting anything. You will. Wait a minute. See, in classical thermodynamics में बार 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 वर्ड आ रहा है, बट मुझे थर्मोडायनेमिक्स नहीं बोलना है, क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स में बोलना है मुझे, क्योंकि उसमें सारी बातें आ गई फिर. तो इन क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स यू हैव फॉर्मूलाज. अब तक आप समझ गए होंगे. क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स को बताने के लिए, एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए हमारे पास डिफरेंट फॉर्मूलाज है. लाइक काइनेटिक एनर्जी बताने के लिए हाफ एम वी स्क्वायर है. फिर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, ये फिर वेलोसिटी बताने के लिए डिस्प्लेसमेंट बाय टाइम रहता है. मतलब ऐसे डिफरेंट फॉर्मूलाज है हमारे पास. बट जब आपके पास क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स के बारे में आपको बताना है, तब ये जो कुछ भी मैटर मोशन में रहते हैं, तो इनके मोशन में जब रहते हैं ये आपके पार्टिकल्स, तब उनकी जो कुछ भी वैल्यू होती है, तो वैल्यू जो डिटरमाइन करनी होती है, तो वो डिटरमाइन करने के लिए ये जो वैल्यू होती है, तो ये वैल्यू आप लोग क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स, मतलब जो आपके नेकेड आइज को वो सारी एंटिटीज, वो सारी चीजें दिखती है, इसलिए आप उनके फॉर्मूलाज वगैरह इजीली दे सकते हो. बट वेयर in quantum chemistry, where in quantum mechanics, I mean to say, whatever these values are there, these values you cannot have the formulas, or you cannot have simply the formulas like कायनेटिक ट्रांसलेशनल एनर्जीचा जसा फॉर्म्युला येतो, रोटेशनलचा जसा येतो, वैसे फॉर्म्युलाज रहते हैं क्या? बिल्कुल भी नहीं. क्यों? इसका रीजन है क्वांटम केमिस्ट्री ये ऐसी ब्रांच है जो हमारे नेकेड आइज को, मतलब कि हम खुली आंखों से वो सारे छोटे 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 चीजें देख सकते हैं क्या, जो हमारे एटम में होती है, जो चेंजेस होते हैं उनमें, वो जो कुछ भी ड्रास्टिक चेंजेस होते हैं उनके माइक्रो लेवल पे, वो सारी चीजें हम हमारे आंखों से देख सकते हैं क्या? बिल्कुल भी नहीं। मतलब इट इज इनविजिबल वर्ल्ड, it is nothing but an invisible world. And when you have this invisible world, then if you want to determine observable value, if you want to determine observable value, then this observable value can be determined, this observable value can be determined by using simply operator, by using simply kai beta operator. And whatever these operators are there, these operators you can use for you can use uh, with the help of, you can use all these operators with the help of the postulates, with the help of the postulates of quantum chemistry, with the help of the postulates of quantum chemistry. And what are these postulates which you will be learning for postulates of quantum mechanics, and where you will start your actual syllabus of quantum chemistry. And that in that you can say whatever these your postulates are there. For example, how to study this quantum chemistry, now you are pretty clear. But how to study matlab whatever these motions are there, these motions मतलब ये जो कुछ भी मोशंस होते हैं, ये जो कुछ भी अब मोशंस होते हैं, तो ये सारे मोशंस आप एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो, ये सारे मोशंस आप एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हो ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मॉडल्स, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ डिफरेंट डिफरेंट मॉडल्स. Now you may ask me, ma'am, what type of models um, so for a for again अच्छे से सुनो, in classical mechanics you have translational, rotational, vibrational, electronic, all these are the different different types of your motion of matter in classical as well as in your quantum. But when you have classical mechanics, there you can have the material which is in a higher amount. But when you are having these material in quantum chemistry, I mean to say that matter is exactly in a very less amount, मतलब कि बहुत कम अमाउंट में वो प्रेजेंट होते हैं. एंड जब वो प्रेजेंट होते हैं तो इनके जो कुछ भी ये मॉडल्स होते हैं, जो कुछ भी ये मॉडल्स होते हैं, तो ये मॉडल्स आपको बताते हैं इंफॉर्मेशन रिगार्डिंग सिंपली. तो अब आप पूछोगे मुझे, मैम ट्रांसलेशनल मोशन बताने के लिए हम कौन सा मॉडल देते हैं? तो ट्रांसफॉर अच्छे से सुनो रे सब लोग, फॉर द एक्सप्लेनेशन ऑफ translational motion you are using particle in a one dimensional box. You are using the you don't have any formula, but you want to determine what, with the help of operator, with the help of operator you will find out its notation, and that is by using models. And whatever these models are there, these models can be like for translational motion, can be like for your translational, for wait for translational motion you can have a particle in a box. You can show it by particle in a box. Then you may ask me, ma'am, then rotational के लिए हम कैसे बताते हैं? So for rotational motion, for rotational, wait. I must have to write something which I haven't written here. That is, re, wait, motion. Yes. What is that I'll tell you? Just give me some time. And these motions can be explained by using models which we have written at the downside, but here we have to show it. Mhm. So for translational, we have particle in a box. Then for rotational motion, you have a rigid rotor. You have a rigid rotor. You had a you have a rigid rotor. Then for a vibrational motion, you have for a vibrational motion, you have simply SHO motion or SHO type of a model. You have what is the long form of SHO? Simple harmonic oscillator or simple harmonic oscillator ही बोलो अभी तक अभी तो या फिर वो ऑपरेटर यूज करके आप सिंपल हार्मोनिक ऑसिलेटर की हेल्प से आप वाइब्रेशनल मोशन बताते हो आपके क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स के छोटे छोटे मॉलिक्यूल्स के मोशन के बारे में, पार्टिकल्स के मोशन के बारे में। तो अब बात आती है कि मैम ठीक है, वी आर डन अप टू ट्रांसलेशनल, रोटेशनल, वाइब्रेशनल, वी आर क्लियर विद द मॉडल्स, बट व्हाट अबाउट इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मोशन, व्हाट अबाउट इलेक्ट्रॉनिc type of a motion? So for this type of a motion, you have a model, and that model is a hydrogen model, or that model is known as a hydrogen atom model. Which model, my dear students? It is nothing but a hydrogen atom model, and all these things we are learning in our simply this oh shit थोडंसं खालती गेलं पण समजून घ्या आता, की हे जे काही मोशन ऑफ मॉडेल्स आहे, सो दिस मोशन this motion of model is explained on the basis of a model, and whatever these models are there for translational particle in a box, we have the model particle in a box. Then for rotational motion of a particle in a quantum mechanics, we have a model that is a rigid rotor. For vibrational type of a motion, we have SHO type of a model, and for electronic type of a model, we have hydrogen atom. And now I think you guys are pretty clear with how to study the quantum mechanics. Now, the journey is nothing but how to study quantum. This is nothing but the journey of of simply why to study the quantum chemistry and how to study the quantum chemistry. And now, you guys, please tell me, are you clear or not? And you can tell me by typing message in chat box.